One of the reasons why I'm doing this video series is because I'm trying to define what I am here to do. And one of the things that I noticed about video is that it requires a lot of work, a lot of effort. Putting yourself in front of a camera, it's not easy. And I am determined to do things that are simply hard. And the reason why I'm determined to do something that's hard is because it's just so difficult to replicate. It's difficult to make again. Um, it's certainly difficult to replicate a person's personality, the way you act, speak, do all that. And so, with all of this innovation and change and incredible stuff happening in the world, I think we need to hear more of our voices and be more ourselves as often as possible. We have to be very honest with ourselves. I know certainly for me, it's something that am determined to work on and get better at, to just be myself. That's it. Nothing special, no bells, no whistles, no trying to impress anyone. I know for a long time that has definitely been my motivation, if you will, to impress someone or a group of people. And I think what I wanted to do was I wanted to prove to myself that I'm smart, that I know things, that I could do things, that I have the capability, that I know that with hard work, determination, knowledge, and just perseverance, it would I would make things happen. And to an extent, yes, that is true. You have to work very hard. You have to put in the effort. You have to have a set of knowledge and skills in order to push forward to whatever the goal may be that you have. Now, the only thing that I did notice was kind of the wrong turn in my case was the fact that I wanted to almost be someone else. It's hard for me to admit that, but it's definitely the case where I was not only trying to impress a group of people, but or prove things to myself and my family, my friends, but I was also trying to be something else that I'm not. And I've come to a point in my life where enough is enough and that is just not who I am. It gets harder as you continue pushing forward as this specific persona to keep up with the keep up appearances. It gets harder to be this thing that you're not. Is it possible? Absolutely, because as we work towards something, we get better at it, right? And we become more and more of that thing. There's a truth to be fake it till you make it. There's a truth to that. But as you keep going, it just becomes so exhausting that I think you deplete yourself. You remove that energy that's deep within that we still have to work very hard to get in and dig out. You're removing that from yourself. I view this as a mine deep within where it gets smaller and smaller, it depletes with the use of constant energy. And if your constant energy is being something you're not, you're depleting what you have. And right now, my life's mission, goal, I don't know, is to preserve as much of that as possible so I could unpack what I really have, my true potential, who I really am. And also to show you that, hey, if I could do a certain thing, anyone else could do that thing themselves. There have been so many times when I have looked at someone from far and thought to myself, wow, that person, those people, they're special. They must have special help. They must have someone who has been there to guide them in the right direction. Whereas if I think about myself, I've always thought of my circumstances, my situation as, oh, well, unfortunately, I come from this background, this set of circumstances, so it's just too hard. Like, there's no way I don't want to say that I can't, but that's how I felt, right? But we have to get to a point where you learn enough that nothing is an excuse. There are no excuses. Nothing can get in your way. I am so grateful that I was born and raised in the United States. Okay. I have visited other countries, and although other countries are beautiful and are rich in history and culture, this country has been developed with a strong foundation that allows for us to express ourselves, that allows us to learn. And if we implement whatever we learn in a positive way, we get a return. We get a return in a better lived life, abundance. I always think about abundance, not in terms of things, not in terms of like I have all this stuff, but abundance of just the freedom. Okay. And that's something that I keep pursuing, freedom. Why am I telling you this rant? Well, number one, I literally turned the camera on and just went for it. And if you didn't hear earlier, I was listening to an interview, a podcast interview, and it greatly inspired me to simply record and do something about. I'll be frank. Here's my bottom line. Put something out that will change my situation. But in order to change my situation, I have to serve. I must serve others and help others find whatever that thing is. The only the only thing I could think of at the moment is I know that I could help others find their true selves and build upon that. And one of the ways that I could see something being built is through your own business. For example, entrepreneurship is widely available, especially in the United States. I kind of just I want to put that message out there. There's this gentleman by the name of Patrick O'Shaughnessy, and he said something that stuck with me, stuck with me today. Actually, yesterday I was on a flight and I was listening to Patrick, and he said this thing that was just, it's exactly how I feel. But what makes someone remarkable, what makes someone, I wouldn't say special, but what makes someone thrive and succeed. This could be in any way, shape, or form. It could be succeed monetarily, through your career, family, friendships, relationships. Let's just look at success as the pinnacle which we want to reach. But he said what makes a person succeed are three things. And I hope I remember because I did not write anything down. Again, I just hit record. Number one is originality. What original thing can you do? Okay. Uh, I forget the second thing, but I'm paraphrasing. The second thing is something like going into the darkness and struggle. Or I think it's struggle and struggling. Originality, struggle, and okay, I have to search it really quick. But the third is transformation. You transform after such a tough path through the thing that you're pursuing. And it's just part of life. It's what we all go through. We have to experience these things, and the beauty of it is once we experience the struggle, we go to the other side, look back and think, wow, like I'm glad I went through that because I saw the difficulties. All that to say, this is difficult. Video, very hard, but don't give up. Tell myself, telling you out there, if someone else is viewing out there, keep going. Just keep doing. Just keep going. Keep going. We need more of you.